Willkommen zurück zu Genshin Impact, meine lieben Damen und Herren. Heute geht's los mit den Legendenaufträgen von den gesamten Runde bis von oben bis nach unten. Ja, das wird relativ interessant werden. Und zwar begeben wir uns nach Sumeru mit der Kopfnote Blumenschuld. Ja, das ist natürlich jetzt ehrlich gesagt relativ ganz gut zu sehen. Schauen wir mal, was wir machen werden. Hier fehlen wieder mal ein paar gute Experience und ja, schauen wir mal, was wir machen können. Zack. Und ich habe irgendwie, ja, muss mir mal überlegen, wie ich es am besten mache. Dass ich mir vielleicht wieder ein paar Kristalle hole. Ah ja, Signari, okay.
I thought I told him to spray it with water to retain moisture before applying. You can't treat a glazed lily.
I'll go.
Ja, ich weiß, wer es ist.
Tainari?
Tainari, genau. Dieser Kerl ist doch dieser Bogentyp da, ne?
Oh, it's you two. It's been a while. What brings you to Port Ormo?
We didn't have anything to do, and this place looked pretty lively, so we decided to stop by.
Well, Port Ormo, the exhibition, and even so.
Oh!
Not this time.
Mr. Tainari! Sanjay! He confused the poisonous bulbs with garlic shoots, and he ate them!
Oh nein.
Never mind. Apologies, Traveler, Paimon. Looks like I've got...
Tainari's busy no matter where he is, huh? Yeah, seems like it. Hey, don't look at Paimon. Well, looks like Tainari...
So, Blumenschuld, Blutabrechnung. Naja, gut.
Wow, look at these flowers! They smell so...
Huh?
Bluten... Alles in Ordnung?
Rainbow roses, glazed lilies, and Cecilia's? No wonder.
Ja, das... alle drei ist gut. Vielleicht bist du krank.
A moment of your time, you two? If it's not too much trouble, perhaps you could try this incense.
Oh, the scent is... Whoa, that was fast! Paimon doesn't have to sneeze anymore!
Think nothing of it. From your attire, I am not seen as we're both travelers from a...
Oh, so you're here for the...
I suppose that's
Paimon is Paimon!
the traveler, right? I've heard a lot about you.
What happened back there? Why did Paimon start sneezing?
Have you ever heard of hay fever? To put it simply, when inhaled, certain pollens...
But Paimon has seen these kinds of flowers before and nothing weird happened.
Well, we're all different. The factors that can trigger a reaction to certain... But there's no need to worry. Pollen allergies can be effectively mitigated with the use of...
Oh, well, that's good.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. I left in such a hurry, I forgot to warn you about all the pollen in the air. Emily? What a coincidence. Looks like my worry was misplaced then. The Traveler and Paimon...
It was nothing, really. We happened to run into each other shortly after my arrival, and I'm more curious as to why you thought the trap...
Naja.
Remember the first time we met? You fainted after inhaling Spirit Borneal.
Das war eine allergische Reaktion.
The Spirit Borneal didn't affect Paimon at all, and now she's the one suffering. It makes no sense.
It's not really something you can make sense out of, Paimon. There are all kinds of allergies.
Exactly. I even...
Whoa. Good thing Paimon isn't allergic to anything.
In a manner of speaking, although you could...
In addition to medicine, Emily is also very knowledgeable about botany.
And that's where my expertise ends, I'm afraid. When it comes to breadth of knowledge, Tighnari's
A flower expert?
Wrong.
Well, I did come...
Oh, I was sure she got it right this time.
It's a kind of flower that was once popular in Fontaine. The perfume...
August, huh? That
In an ancient language, the word is said to mean sacred. That reminds me. Our perfume mania was an event that occurred.
Ah, komm, mach mal.
It all started when no one anticipated the demand was twofold. The value of these products became so inflated. Regular bottles, but at the end of the day, perfume is just perfume. The market value greatly exceeded the intrinsic worth of the product. Luckily, in the end, only a few...
What does all this have to do with...
Well, during...
10 million? Then what about now?
Entspann dich,
After the
Mann.
mania ended, most perfumes returned to its namesake, the flower used. Indeed. When the bubble popped...
But didn't you say you came to...
Ah, yes. I came...
Traveler, we should help Emily look for it.
I have to agree.
Even if I can locate... Divine, noble, one of a kind. All beautiful sentiments when it comes to perfume.
Wow.
Of course, every so often someone will claim to have recreated the unique scent of a goose, and the rumor mill will start comparing the...
Okay, that's more like the...
Ever since that rumor, if I can dispel the then I'll be free from all...
That makes sense.
Oh, I would, of course.
Well, you said it.
I suppose you're right.
Based on the information I have so far, it's on Mr. Edgar also.
I was just about to pay...
Edgar?
The person you've been trying to get back when he was still working in Fontaine.
I should also mention...
So this guy was a famous perfumer in Fontaine, but then he came to Sumeru to teach people from Fontaine? It sounds confusing.
It's a long story. If you're interested, we can talk more about it when we see him. He should be staying near the hotel.
Kan det där. Ah, det går det kontroller. So. Kann man langsam mal weitermachen, ne?
Oh, look at all the flowers!
Apparently, the exhibitor paid a large sum to rent out the hotel and...
Yeah, what if guests come early? They won't have anywhere to stay. Also, renting out this big of a hotel, how are they gonna make that more?
Tja, das muss Edgar sein.
It's been so long. Well, you and your brother. Oh, yeah. All this. Oh, hold on.
It's nice to see you again, Master.
Emily? Is that you? I've heard you've become quite...
Oh, well...
Hard. I've taught many students. And who are these two?
They're my new friends, the Traveler and Paimon.
Emily's friends.
And these two gentlemen are...
Of course. I'm Ood. Yeah.
Merch?
You must be here to look...
Well, what? I'm guessing you're here for the same reason. I commissioned a few. That being, some of them were merchant. One of them.
Ach, ja.
No, I don't think so. Auguste is even more prone, although... Could...
Impossible. If Auguste were...
Technically speaking...
Well, let's table that. No. By the time compared to things...
Wait, are you saying...
Just thinking out loud. We don't have much. You all traveled so far.
Ooh, you've got the keys to the room? Do we...
I managed to tidy up.
Oh, and...
Don't worry, Master. I can sleep on the boat tonight. Or I could even camp in the wild. It would give me the opportunity to collect... Although...
Well...
Hab mir auch gleich gedacht.
Of course. All right then. I'll prepare some refreshment.
Ah, die beiden sind ein bisschen komisch. Die sind sehr komisch irgendwie, die zwei.
Whoa, the smell of flowers is so strong. Didn't Edgar say Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers?
Looks like this exit. No, that's a florist. We work closely with this.
Oh, guess there's just too much to store for the exhibition then.
Oh, this room seems to be a connected suite. And my brother will be staying on the other. Blaze, while you're... Blaze!
Yes, of course.
All right, then. Where can we find your luggage?
It's still at the port. In addition to some daily necessities, there's also a case of amber wine that I brought back. Could I trouble you to bring that back as well? It would be the perfect way to repay you for your hospitality.
How
Is that so? Mr. Ood, Mr. Blade.
Hey, what are you doing?
That's Master's voice.
Ich geh rein.
Edgar!
Master!
Hey, Edgar!
Who did...
Kyria.
Kyria?
Hey, Edgar! Edgar!
No, don't shake him. He's injured. Just leave him to me. You two can... Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I checked. Oh, but that's impossible. Oh, the culprit, I mean. It's not like the culprit.
That strange smell around here. Is it coming from this bottle?
Wirklich.
Oh, really? You think? Do you think whoever did this? Well, we looked all over, but the only clue.
The most important thing we can do now is focus.
So, how's he doing?
When I administered emergency treatment, I discovered a residue in his nose and mouth. Master was most likely forced to ingest. He's still unconscious, and inducing vomiting could obstruct his air. Ah, yes. The scent is the same, but the chemical composition. But first, Mr. Sylvain, Mr. Lucien.
Wait, you...
Hey, were you talking to us, mademoiselle?
Before arriving in Sumeru, I asked a friend from the Special Patrol to look into the creator. There were a researcher, the two brothers. In the end, they were sent.
And what does that have to do with...
Every time your brother called...
Ah, Miss M, you have a bright future.
You...
What?
Ich glaub das.
Amber wine is a... Unless... Until...
Emily, you little...
Da ist nicht mal dran. Das ist beschwert rausgezogen.
Don't misunderstand, Mr. Sylvain. I don't bring this up to Chris, but Master's life isn't... If Master's attack had something... So I'd like to trouble you...
Fine.
Sylvain!
Lucien, if this will help us find Kyria, then it will be all... You were right, Miss Emily. There were 4 of us at some time down...
Sounds like he's still upset about that. Well,
Master was convicted as an accomplice, so he only had to serve a few years. He decided to move to Sumeru so that still. That's how I met him, but we can talk about that some other time. I want to hear more about this researcher, Vijay.
Like us, but if
What? Destroyed?
It didn't matter at that point.
What?
Sounds like you did an investigation of your own.
The name wasn't mentioned in any...
Kiria was Vijava's younger brother. He was just a clueless. Vijava kept him close after our
So, you think...
Vijava doted if she left something behind.
And judging by the liquid in that bottle, the Auguste flower wasn't the only thing he reproduced. He managed to replicate...
So the liquid Ekner was forced to ingest really was Auguste.
Poison! No. If Auguste could be considered... We're not looking for... We only went to prison as long as we keep things...
So that's why you never mentioned Kiria?
Yes, exactly.
Anyway, that...
Well, at least...
Well, glad to... Lucian, let's head back to the room and...
Yes.
Super.
Huh, you think so too? But based on Sylvain's tone...
The way you exposed them like that? Just, oh, right! Early?
Oh yes, that's
So you're, for...
close. I'm actually... In fact, with just a small alteration to the formula, the same tincture used as the bait. Basically, there are two sides to... I've learned a lot in my line of work, and I've witnessed a lot of death. But this time, we may still save the patient. Actually, Traveler, could I trouble you to... I'll stay here and continue to look...
Wo steckt eine Kelle? Oh Mann, da muss ja erst unten. Ja, warum auch immer. Dann machen wir es mal schnell. Ich weiß nicht, was du probiert. Personali, wo bist du? Ah.
Whoa, why the rush? Did some...
Und hier gleich mal alles.
What? Edgar was attacked. He's the most famous perfumer in the region. Someone who's helped countless people around Port Ormos. How could this happen?
Sheriff, have you received any reports of a suspicious individual?
No, but we've got eyes all over the area. I'll start gathering my forces. We won't let him get away.
What about you, Tainari?
I'm sure the sheriff...
But...
Then she was far... Not to mention that. As for me...
Oh, that's right.
From Emily's letter, certain. I didn't have time to... I have friends and... I'll leave you and Emily to watch...
Here you go.
Well, it's been a day. Wonder if Tainari's discovered anything. But things weren't looking good with Emily's master yesterday. We should check on things at the hotel first.
No longer in critical condition, thankfully. He's still very weak. My chemical analysis of a goose also went smoothly. I was able to identify the components that give the substance its
Elemental energy?
hard to say. It was such I had to use one of the newest, unless you were abnormally sensitive to. As for Weather Master's condition.
Oh, that reminds me.
I received a message from him.
Oh, I thought he might have. Excuse me? Is Miss Emily here?
Nein!
Oh,
Golly.
perfect! Familiar faces!
Colin. Oh, of course. Tainari's apprentice. He's. And please, no need for formalities.
Oh, okay. Did Tainari send you here, Colin? Yep. Master and the others went through decades worth of records last night, and still anyway. Based on what they reviewed, Master considered that possibility as well. How is that possible?
It's starting to.
Lucian!
It's Sylvain! Wait, you don't think Curio came back, do you?
That seems impossible. If someone came in or out of the hotel just now, we would have. It's locked?
Lucian! Lucian! Come on! Wait! Emily! My brother. He's gonna be okay, right? He's...
I'm sorry, Mr. Sylvain, but we were too late this time.
Ist tot.
No, that's not... That's...
Traveler, Kale, Mr. Sylvain has gone through a huge... He needs some space to calm down. Could one of you take him next door? It's not good for...
Of course. Leave it to me.
Thank you. Mr. Sylvain, let's get you up. Here. We'll take things from here. Just focus on getting some rest. Here. This way.
Poor guy. He's like a shell of his former self. He may have made some bad decisions in life.
Good person or bad. The death of a loved one is equally all the moments he shared with his brother every...
If Curio really was behind this, then what exactly...
Lucian can no longer speak. But the traces... Traveler, I've got things covered here at the scene. I'll leave you to
Who would have thought? Yesterday's case is still up in the air. Miss Emily, I heard you're an experienced forensic doctor.
Oh, I'm not actually a forensic doctor. I just happen to have some... I did take a look, though. Judging by the temperature and rigidity of the body, it appears the time of death was...
Then, would you mind helping up?
Of course, I appreciate your trust.
We'll help too. We don't know much about dead... And the windows are shut tight too. Seems like the only way to get in.
Pupils are dilated, skin...
Looks like we've...
Okay.
So, did you find anything?
Paimon can show you. Here, it'd be something like this.
But entering through the room next door without alerting Sylvain... Wait.
No, his reaction to the loss of his brother seemed genuine.
Then, what could have happened last night? I know Sylvain is still in shock, but...
I agree.
Mr. Sylvain, I need you to tell me everything you and your brother did since yesterday after...
After Kyria attacked Edgar, my brother... We returned to our rooms and decided to lock all the doors. The only door we kept unlocked was the one connecting our rooms. But I didn't hear any sort of commotion last night. Not a single noise! I woke up...
So, no movement from the room next door. No signs of a struggle at the scene. And no external injury on Lucien's body.
I did notice a few things about the body. Lucien's pupils were dilated, and his skin was flushed. Very similar to Master's symptoms after the attack. There weren't any traces of liquid in his mouth or nose, so it's unlikely he was forced to ingest anything. The more plausible explanation is that he inhaled a substance...
A goose? No, that's not possible. Inhaling a goose won't kill you. No. Emily, you ran your tests, didn't you? Go on.
No, I didn't find any
See? A goose is harmless.
That may be true for most people, but not for everyone.
Edgar.
Master!
Edgar? You're up and...
Thanks to Emily, Sylvain, no matter how hard you may try to hide it, the truth will all...
Edgar!
Even if we could keep it a secret for another 10 or 20 years, do you think Kyria would know? He would never give up. Not
Erzähl.
That's Vijava's real name. Yelena wasn't a scholar from Sumeru. She was an exiled Fatus from Snezhnaya.
A Fatus?
The Fatui. Well, that means that...
So you've already detected it. Well, Sylvain, looks like... The August flower was created with the mutative and distorting power of a delusion.
A delusion?
The Fatui, delusions... I never would have thought...
Born of a delusion, Auguste contained distorted elemental energy.
That's enough. At first, Yelena wanted to keep refining the perfume. It didn't have any effect on ordinary people.
So you decided poisoning people?
Listen, it's not like it was good for business. But all that talk about a goose being harmful over time... Yelena, unless you were particularly sensitive to
It may be true there are no records of Auguste poison, but even if no one was acutely poisoned, willfully... that explains why you were so intent on the Fatui delusion.
If I... All these years without any... Auguste was harmless before.
So there's bad blood between you.
What about your...
I'll admit, we thought about it at one point. We took care to disguise the product, but... Before we could even put our plan...
But if her goal was to destroy evidence, yeah, she could...
I thought about it for a lot. Everything she did. One of the reasons they defected from the Fatui was the deterioration after arriving in Fontaine.
So she couldn't flee with her brother?
If her true identity was the Auguste flower and Yelena, so in the end...
So the wealth you earned from Auguste?
Most likely. That's why Lucien and I were...
Why is...
I don't think he knew his sister, Elena.
Then all we'll need to do is tell Kiria. I'm not so sure. Even if he knew the truth, he'd still find some... It's hard to pull your...
Very true.
Edgar!
Think about it, Sylvain. If we hadn't been so... If we hadn't invited...
She knew we were just trying to... Lucian's... Fine. I've said my piece.
3 people from Fontaine. Well, we can only wait until the Academia with the
The hotel could, although with...
Mr. Edgar, are you saying...
If Sylvain is to... I'd just like to take... As for Sylvain, I'm... Would you be willing to grant that...
Well, all right. The man we grew to know and soon...
You have my thanks, Sheriff.
Happened tonight? Oh.
Yeah! All we know is that he uses a goose to poison people. But we still have no idea how... If he targets Sylvain...
That may be true. But if
That's
we
lifelong.
take...
Master, no. That's...
So, if Kiria learns we're being taken away tomorrow, his last chance to in other words, you want to use us as bait to capture.
Capture? Not necessarily. I just want...
Afraid? I'm spending the... As for the...
I'll admit, it could work. I'll station some of my men around the
I still have some reservations. But if you insist on carrying out this plan...
I'll also keep watching.
Although, if Kiria noticed...
You mean if he doesn't see...
If that were to happen...
That's why everyone else needs to keep to the shadows.
You're still recovering. You need to rest.
This old pack of bones doesn't bounce back like it used to.
All right, we can figure out a...
Okay, das ist interessant.
Have you heard? Mr. Edgar's been detained. He's being taken away tomorrow.
What? He's the one who helped craft all the fragrance.
He taught my child how to make perfume. How could this happen?
He hasn't been convicted yet.
Oh, everyone on the street is talking about the rumors. No matter where Kiria's hot, let's head back to the hotel and take a break.
Perfekt. Die Falle ist schon perfekt. Jetzt müssen wir nur drauf warten, bis er auftaucht. Oh, hallo. So. Schauen wir mal.
Emily! Sheriff Xian wants to talk to you.
Thank you, Kale. But first, here. I prepared a kind of herbal tea that helps calm the spirit. Why don't you...
Oh, that's very...
Oh, it's not good to be... You seem very preoccupied with Kiria's...
Schon gut.
Hey, Emily! Kale! Oh, are we interrupting? No, not at all. This will be easier to talk to. I've just been thinking. If Kiria has the capacity to commit, there was just a single door separating them. If his intention was to target both brothers, when I accompanied Sylvain to... Maybe Kiria did that on purpose. Maybe he wanted Sylvain to experience the pain, so did he attack?
Based on what we've heard of
Losing his sister, all those... Whenever I get to thinking like that, I'm sorry.
There's nothing wrong with the way you're... In all my years, some of them even surround yourself with friends. So while you hold on to that, do Sylvain and Lucien answering those questions... I've witnessed a lot of death, but generally speaking...
Once you're consumed by hatred?
You're right. But that also makes it... I understand Kiria's
Emily, Traveler. Huh? Edgar.
Oh, it's you two! Didn't you head back to your room to rest, Edgar? Is it really
A little besides. I don't have much time left in Sumeru.
We could do that for you, Master.
No need. I've grown attached, I would imagine. Sheriff Sham...
the Night Watch! You mentioned earlier that we still need...
That's right. I've stationed some of my men around the surrounding area, but... Exactly. After some discussion, we concluded that Sylvain and Emily's expertise is sure to come in handy in a pit.
Sounds perfectly reasonable.
Okay.
Huh. Not a peep. Has Kiria given up on his revenge? Guess we'll have... Still nothing unusual. Paimon took a peek into the room next door and Sylvain's already sleeping.
Perhaps Kiria's true motive was simply forcing Sylvain to confess his crimes. No, that can't be right. If all he wanted was for Sylvain to be convicted for his true crimes, there must be something we're missing.
Maybe we just need to calm down a little. How about some tea? That herbal blood right. Maybe we can look for a different distraction then. Oh, there's a glaze lily here. Paimon didn't notice it earlier.
Flowers, glaze lilies, incense. Oh no! Sylvain's room! Quick!
Wait, what?
Hey, did you hear? Someone was attacked.
It was the older of the merchant brothers, right?
Yeah, I think his name was Sylvain. Poor guy.
First it was Mr. Edgar, then that merchant named Lucy.
Listen up, everyone. This is an act of crime.
It's been 3 days and they haven't even caught a glimpse.
Do you think it could be the work of an... I mean, how do you get away with something?
Keep it moving, everyone. Nope.
Yeah.
I suppose.
You don't know that. Kiria already attacked you once, and you survived. Perhaps he doesn't consider your crime to be worthy of death.
You were the only reason.
Even if I wasn't there, Tainari was also in the vicinity. He would...
Is that so? I have exceptional students, but Kiria has nothing. Yelena, it really makes you want...
If you really want an answer, I suppose you'll have to ask Kiria himself.
Well, Emily, there's something else I'd like to ask, but so many flowers were transported here for the show. Whether Kiria gets to me first, I know it's a lot.
Of course, Master.
Really? Now I truly...
Sheriff Sham still has some questions.
Go ahead. Best not to keep him waiting.
I'm sorry, Master.
plan will go well. Oh, but Kali still looks quite worried. Let's go talk to her.
Ja, irgendwas stimmt mit meiner Kontrolle wieder nicht. Naja, das geht's wieder besser irgendwann mal.
Emily still isn't back. I hope she didn't... Yeah.
Traveler, I had my men start spreading the information you requested. The crowd is gone now too, but I have to admit, I'm not really sure. After listening to Emily's plan, I started getting the materials together and arranging personnel. I barely had a second to spare last night, to be honest. I'm still not sure how the crime was committed that night.
The key clue was right in front of us the entire time! Let's go! We'll show you where the clue... This is it!
The Glazed Lily, huh? I think I've heard of it before.
Well, did you know it only blooms at night?
Emily, you're back!
Exactly as
A flower that only blooms at night. Ah, like the...
Exactly. Although the Needle Palo Lotus wouldn't be a good substitute in this scenario. That's why Kiria chose the Glazed Lily as his mechanism.
If applied to the outside, you would still be able to smell. If poured into the flower pot, the liquid would seep into the soil. That might There's a sticky substance on the edge of the flower petals. If you stick the petals together with slime condensate, then in the daytime,
That's right. That way the Auguste would... However, the
And Kiria could execute his revenge without...
By the next morning, the sample of Auguste would have...
Wait a second. You're telling me this version of Auguste is so toxic, inhaling the minute amount trapped inside a flower is enough to kill a grown man? And how did Edgar even survive ingesting a whole bottle of the stuff?
That's because Auguste is just as dangerous now as it was all those years ago. The level of toxicity has never changed.
Ah, you mean people who are sent... That can't be right.
I wouldn't use the word allergic. You can think of it this way.
In Fontaine, I experienced how drinking primordial seawater made me more attuned with the element of hydro. But that substance would be hard to get around here. All kinds of essential oils commonly found in alchemical products can temporarily increase elemental affinity. But it would be difficult to force someone to use them without knowing it. The incense I smelled earlier seemed familiar. In Sumeru, scholars use spirit borneal to aid...
Alchemically produced essential oils, the primordial seawater that...
That stuff gave us a lot of trouble when we first came... Oh, yes. I definitely...
In Sumeru, it's not uncommon...
Flowers are pretty important to this plant.
Actually, it's not a coincidence at all.
No wonder he was willing to pay a small fortune. He probably used the Mora Yelena left him, don't you think? That money was supposed to set him free. But in the end...
There's a saying among forensic doctors, but up until this point, but because he's been disguised as someone else...
Creating such an intricate mechanism out of a glazed lily... It all points... The Mora spent to rent out the hotel, it all points to... Kiria and Edgar? Kiria and Edgar? I can't...
The Glazed Lily, huh? I think I've heard of it before.
Well, did you know it only blooms at night?
Ach, Mist. Vergeigt.
Emily, you're back.
Exactly.
Flower that only...
Scheiße.
That's why Kyria shook.
If applied to the out...
That's right. That way, however,
And Kyria could execute
by the next morning, the sample of a.
Wait a second. And how did Edgar even...
That's because a goose is just as.
Ah, that can't be right.
I wouldn't use the. You can think of
Ja,
it
ist doch gut wissen.
contain
Na, bisschen.
alchemically produced essential oil.
That stuff gave us a lot of trouble. Oh, yes.
In Sumeru, it's not.
Flowers are pretty...
Actually, it's not a coincidence at all.
No wonder he probably used. But in the end,
There's a saying among forensic
Oh,
doctors,
yeah,
but up
so
until
good.
this, but because he's been disguised as some.
Creating such an it all. The more is spent to rent out the it all point.
But Kiryu was only in his teens back. Edgar's lived here for so...
Bad news, Sheriff. Mr. Edgar was attacked.
What?
A dark shadow-like figure just ran out of his room. It was giving off a really ominous, but before we could even react, the figure up and disappeared like some... Do you think Kyria kidnapped him?
I need you to think very carefully about...
I mean, Mr. Edgar...
It would seem Master decided to tap into an ill-advised.
what? But that's so dangerous with the.
But why?
No. If his aim was to target
If he left Sylvain alive, yes.
then there's.
Okay, das ist interessant.
The shadow-like figure ran in the direction of the elevator, and my partner immediately chased after them.
We should hurry before they're forced to confront each other.
Where in the world did he go? Let's ask the merchants nearby.
Ghost!
It's all right. Please calm down and take a deep breath.
I saw... How could...
Okay.
This is terrifying.
Oh, don't come any closer!
It's all right. I can detect a faint whiff of the scent. It's this way. Please, follow me.
Moment.
Who ate up?
Enshroud!
If you press a leaf between dry sheets of paper, you can make an attractive and...
Boah, ich weiß gar nicht, wie das geht. Ah, shit, wie war das nochmal? Warte mal, Blüte. Scheiße, ich hab's vergessen, wie es ging. War das mit der Leier oder was? Warte mal. Boah, wie war das nochmal? Genau, die Lento-Barrieren. Lentogramm. Die alte Leier, ja. Die alte Leier. Ja. Das war ja so. Thun, Salz, Salz, Lassi, ne? Thun. So. Thun. Oh Gott, ich weiß nicht. Scheiße. Ja, dann wieder, wie ging es nochmal? Ja. Ach so, ja. Nee. Gott willen, ich kann's nicht mehr. Oh Mann. Oh Gott. Sorry, guys.
The scent is getting stronger. This must be the place.
Ach, komm. Hau raus, deswegen.
Are you all right? Were you
No, I'm all right. I was just chasing after that.
Let me take a look.
The air definitely feels heavy. It smells nice, but for some reason, it's hard to... This feeling...
Everything looks all right. It was probably...
I can't rest. Mr. Edgar is still in there. He's a good man.
Oz, you need to calm down and listen to me.
But how is that Mr. Edgar is 70-something? Changing your appearance to look decades...
That's precisely why he had to resort to a Kyria used a...
No. He couldn't have. Mr. Edgar...
And what if the impersonation started before he... I've yet to confirm it, but I suspect Kyria killed the real Edgar while Edgar was in... The new Edgar then decided to relocate to Sumeru, seemingly out of an innocuous and Sumeru as the years went by. He removed his disguise...
That explains why he aged himself...
I need to find Mr. Edgar. He's not...
What you really need is to get out of here and rest.
No,
Wait! This environment is likely being influenced by the delusion. Any discomfort. No, I know how to relieve your symptoms. I'm sure Kyria.
Kale's right. The Traveler and I will take things from here. This leads me to believe those blessed with a vision... Actually, no, I hate to try...
Mach einfach, dass wir rausgehen.
Thanks. Hear that? We're heading out. There's work to be done.
Traveler, Emily, Paimon, for someone whose only purpose...
Don't worry. This isn't the end. We're not going to...
Ach was, wir spielen mit der? Okay, dann schauen wir mal, was es ist. Emily. Oh shit, der Junge, what the fuck? Das ist auf jeden Fall... Here we go. Die Claw ist gut zu sehen. Dachte ich mir.
Monsters. Perhaps they were attracted here by the increased level of elemental energy. I've never seen these seeds before. They must also have been created with the power of a delusion. It seems to be avoiding us, and there's no other way forward. Perhaps we could try luring it to the edge of the cliff.
Aha. Die Klarheit wenigstens drauf.
Whoa, look at all the acoustic. There are so many of them. I can't believe.
I fear that statement is truer than you know, Paimon.
What? He only needed a.
Perhaps hatred wasn't not long ago. He told me he didn't want all the but Kyria betrayed Snezhnaya, abandoned Fontaine, and lived his for someone with nowhere to call home.
Schon interessant, hey, dass die selbst ein Charakter ist, ein spielbarer Charakter ist.
This will brighten up the place.
Ja.
Neutralize. I must be prudent. Fresh and floral.
A plant that destroys seeds. Huh. Quite the ecological marvel. Let's head back to the place where the seeds first appeared.
Ah. Top. Mal kurz gucken. Wenn ich jetzt... Ah, haha. Okay. Ja, ist schon ein bisschen schwieriger, aber es geht.
The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end. The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end.
Did they catch up that fast? No. My strength is just waning. But it doesn't matter. This is far enough.
Scheiße.
This is a garden of Auguste flowers. But it's not mine. It's the one that was set on fire all the... Yelena? Yelena! You tried to hide it from me, but I always understood. The reason why you continued to use the delusion, the reason why you set your garden on fire, it was all because of me. I shouldn't have listened to you that day. I shouldn't have taken the Mora and ran. But by the time I realized something wasn't right, there was nothing left. The flowers were gone. And so were you.
Dass man so alt ins Dramatische ziehen muss, ne, finde ich einfach nur unfassbar.
I know I'm almost 20 years too late. I should have died with you that day. Yelena? Yelena! No! Don't leave me! Yelena!
Game over.
Emily? I'm alive? No.
That was an illusion, likely brought about by the residual toxin in your body coupled with the pollen in the air, neither of which are fatal.
No. The amount of August I drank, it should have been enough. A fake? But...
We started making the preparations last night with one goal in mind. To create a perfect accord. The accord is the basis of perfume making,
the product in its most primitive form. Ambergris mixed with cedar wood, rounded out with a base note of agar wood.
This is the scent of leather?
Exactly. We're unable to extract essential oils from leather, but by combining other raw materials, we can recreate its essence. That is the purpose of an accord.
Does that mean you can recreate any scent in the whole world?
I'm afraid not. Certain fragrances in this world are simply one of a kind. That quality is what draws people in and fuels their obsessions.
If I wear a goose to the ball, I'll also be one of a kind. Our competitor already got their hands on it. Perfume all the way.
It doesn't matter how much it costs. I have to buy something better.
This fragrance will be one of a kind, no more. Myths can be deconstructed, miracles can be recreated. All it takes is skill, experience, limitless exploration, and a little patience. The only thing left is determining where the real Auguste is hidden. Pretending to be attacked means he's not free to move around. Auguste must be hidden within reach.
Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers.
The curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar, capable of retaining heat and moisture.
Perfumes are as beautiful as flowers, and equally as delicate. When stored, you must take care to control the temperature and keep them away from direct sunlight. Did you get all that, Emily?
I got it.
Das war clever.
Did you hear? Someone was attacked again last night.
So, Sylvain is dead. Is that right?
Das war clever von ihr.
Yes, Master.
So, you switched the bottles of Auguste, and then lied to me about Sylvain's death.
Convincing you that your revenge had been completed was the easiest way to get you to let down your guard.
Impossible. Even if you found a way to switch out the bottles, there's no way you could have made an accord if Auguste was so easy to replicate.
It was a combination of rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilias. Those ingredients would have conflicted with each other if you tried to combine them in the past. But recently, we found a way for them to work together.
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies.
Auguste was created over 10 years ago. All this time, people never stopped analyzing it, never stopped trying to recreate it. Perfumery techniques are advancing day by day. We found better ways to extract essential oils, separate oils and fats. We even discovered new ways to combine. The mythos surrounding Auguste may have been untouchable almost 20 years ago.
The past.
You've been working as a perfumer for all these years. You should have always known that it is possible to make an accord, but the meaning you assigned to Auguste became so you believed in its divinity and grandeur. You believed it was entirely one of a kind. Your obsession with the good...
We just didn't expect it to happen so fast.
Well, you hit it so Since you've been preparing, that means the news of Sylvain.
Yes. If we hadn't, you might have resorted to the delusion out of desperation, or...
Who knows? Maybe
I know if you had things your way. Sylvain only inhaled a small amount of poison. He's being detained as we speak. All the crimes he concealed...
Is that so?
Whoa, he accepted that kind of fast.
I don't feel the need to justify my... I did.
Careful, everyone.
Stick close. Hurry up. We can't let Edgar die.
Looks like I'm almost out of time.
Of course, Master.
The combination you used to make your accord. How?
The scent of a goose is complex and varied. So, as I was...
You're saying... Yelena.
Rainbow roses, glaze lily, but if you cultivate a new...
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilia's. Yelena.
Das war's mit dem.
Did you know? Miss Emily's releasing a new perfume! Right, I heard about that.
Seems like everyone in Fontaine is talking about the new perfume you're releasing.
I was hoping to release it without such a... I just hope it won't become the source of... I did! Although, also, I was hoping...
Of course! A good scent...
Bloß nicht. Dreimal nein.
Oh, it smells...
It's alright. All besides, when it comes to perfume...
Right! Do those flowers have some special...
if I had...
A language of flowers? Oh!
What each flower is said to rep... After returning to Fontaine, I did some research. Forget perhaps? That's the legacy Yelena...
You think Kyria knew about that?
I paid him a visit before his... Who knows? Yelena is gone. Even if that is what she was avenging her... Kyria cultivated his revenge like in any case. Thank you for saving my life. Love and hatred are, when someone dies, they're thought, but even if it's only a conjecture, the meaning we get, and yet at the very outset, they're...
So.
Art is the key ingredient in fine art.
Die Wärme der Lügen. Schon mal fertig. Ah, natürlich in Fontaine. Wer hätte das wohl erwartet? Na, treiben heute alle auf eine Beauty.
This shop looks popular today. What? Butterfly dude. Oh, Seedweed's here too.
Sequence.
Hey there, Seedweed. Hello there, Traveler and Paimon. I hope you're keeping yourselves fit and healthy. You bet we are. So anyway, the Duke insists I take this one just so happened to... Wait, you... It's called Beautés en Fleur. Oh, wow! You're... What's so weird about that? I really like this role. Well, they sure don't want to make an enemy of it. Obviously, it's because of Siege. The truth is, Oh, not really. If I had to describe our approach, I'd say it's based on cuteness.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. It turns out... Oh, Paimon get...
Nein.
Ooh, wait, sorry. That was probably really a... No, I don't mind. If you're interested.
Nein.
A shape-shifting story.
Nichts mit Lumine.
Long ago, humans rejected Melusines, and Melusines feared humans. There was one Melusine who became fascinated with human medicine, but no human wanted her help. And there was one girl who liked Melusines, so no humans would make friends with her. So the Melusine became the girl's friend, and the girl became the Melusine's patient. Your checkup's all done. You're still in perfect health. Thank you, Dr. Melusine. In this game of doctor and patient, a friendship was born. Then, one day, the girl fell ill. The Melusine was the only doctor to arrive on time, but the adults sent her away.
Scram! Melusines can't be trusted!
So just because I'm not human, I can't save my best friend? In desperation, the Melusine approached the frightening witch. She begged and begged until she got a reply.
If you take this potion, concocted of sin, you will gain a human face and grow human limbs. But then, you will lose everything that attracted this friend of yours to you in the first place. Can you accept that?
The Melusine did not hesitate for very long. On a rainy night, a little doctor knocked on the girl's door. The doctor wore a hood and raincoat, maybe to protect her from the rain, but maybe also to hide a secret. The little doctor held the girl's hand and treated her illness, just as she had so many times before. Dawn came, and the little girl's condition improved. But the little doctor was long gone, for she knew her friend would never recognize her again. And so, since then, I've lived my life in human form. Most people who know me just think I was born this way.
Das ist ja dieses Hase gewesen. Aha.
Oh, a witch? A potion? Trust me, it must be the way you told it then. It just sounds so... yeah, not treating patients is a... it's so... well... I'm too!
Attention customers! Thank you all for waiting. Now, on behalf of our skincare partner, I'm delighted to announce that our exciting...
Oh, there we go! Let's have a look, shall we? Paimon, really?
Allow me to say that it improves skin quality. We are thrilled to have the inventor of this...
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Rawat, and I developed...
Wow. What? He's a researcher?
I'm well aware, of course, appearance can rob a young person of their self-confidence.
Nein.
But what if I told you that if our appearance wash away moles, birthmarks, and wrinkles, and they can no longer rob us of our confidence? Replace them with luster, and that is why Butterfly Dew exists. Its mission is to allow us to shed our pupae, undergo a complete metamorphosis, and embrace and...
Well, whether it actually...
Of course, I tried it many...
Wow, then it's...
Still, I don't
Oh, Paimon volunteers!
Oh, an honor! It appears we have a giant...
Shut up!
Oh, is that...
Here you go.
Oh, it's very kind to the skin, and the absorption rate is high. Wow, now that's hot.
I'll take one.
Any discounts?
All right. Well, all that remains for me to say is...
Think we should buy a bottle too? Aww, and if you're worried about whether it's the right product...
Na komm.
It's an honor to...
With most... Oh yeah, this one... Don't worry though. I put...
Oh, I was hoping...
C-Dream! Oh, excuse us, Miss...
Wait. Are you the renowned traveler?
That's right, and buy her...
Well, I don't know. Butterfly Dew is made for all...
Why would it work? Alright.
Save yourself the...
Yay! Paimon's private fund survives!
To me, finding new...
Admirers of...
It's nothing to be ashamed. This is a fact of...
You're right.
Look at the time. My apologies, but I have other things to attend to. I'll leave you with these 2 bottles of Butterfly Dew, and I look forward to...
Paimon, I'd say there's no need for you in the what? The quality is fine. I just... Really? Then researchers are very... You can point out that if I've mentioned it... fair enough. If you're interested... When you say more effective, you mean... As for me, it's alright. See you there.
Wunderbar. Wo ist denn das Haus? Ach, komm schon. Dein Ernst? Ja, ist gut.
Just up ahead, traveler. The ingredients for C-Dream should be nearby.
I hear everything.
Extra von dem Peak. Okay, wo geht's weiter? Oh, was noch? Das hier. Also muss man... Oh, come on. Ich befürchte, ich habe es dann noch was zur Ruhe. Na?
Great! That's everything! Let's head to the Fortress of Mirapede!
Ach du Scheiße. Ich erinnere mich noch sehr gut an diesen Ort. Oh Gott, wie ich das damals gehasst habe. Boah. Das war damals ein Graus gewesen, ey, diese Rätsel dann noch zu lösen und alles.
Whoa, the infirmary is packed.
Please, you have to believe me. I saw it with my own eyes last night. Another me. He looked exact.
Got it? Okay. First, which finger am I holding up?
Your index finger, but I'm...
Very good. Here, Your Grace, it...
Ah, it's you two. Indeed it is. I would offer you some tea, but I'm afraid the timing is unfortunate. Duty calls.
Der Typ ist so geil, Alter. Der Typ ist so genial.
No worries. Actually, we were looking...
This inmate came running to the guards in a panic.
A doppelganger.
And that's what I thought, considering how certain he is of what he saw. I could...
Alright. Evaluation complete. I couldn't find...
I see. So, do you still believe there's more likely...
I have to assume so for now.
The rumor mill will go crazy. The Marechaussee fan...
No problem, Your Grace.
By the way, we have a couple of guests here who've made the trip just to see you.
Oh, Traveler. Hey there, Seedream.
I'll be in my office.
Okay, bye-bye. So, Seedream, would you mind waiting for just a moment? I have another patient to see. Oh, sure.
Sejuin, we've brought him. And he seems to have taken a turn.
Okay, don't panic. Let's start by sitting him down. Paimon had no idea how busy it can get for Seedream. Good point. Besides, it might actually be interesting. This could hurt. So I suggest you take a deep... Did his face melt? What happened to him?
It's anyone's guess. His face melted off shortly after arriving at the fortress. But since he's a serious offender, he can't be... Oh, this is gonna be awkward.
The Marechaussee Phantom?
Yep, it was a huge... You done gawking?
Not yet. I need to check the severity of your ulcers to Don't worry.
Don't patronize me. Hey, lose the attitude. You dare talk back to our head nurse like...
Oh, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to apply them and look how nice Seedream's being. And he still talks to her?
Can I leave now?
Wow, not a peep. What a...
Thank you, Sejuin. And I apologize for the trouble.
So, Traveler? We did... Oh, don't be silly. Take a rest here if you want. Or alternatively is... That's right! Let us help... Don't worry. I'll take... I gotta warn you, though.
Scheiße. Hilf mir, ey, das ist so genial, ey.
We're ready, Seedream. What's our first mission? I found the perfect job for the Traveler. First, I'd like you to lie down in this bed.
Oha. Oh, das wird mir gefallen.
What for? I need you to pretend to be sick. What? Oh, is it that difficult? Oh, so I sure did. She was way more interesting than the usual malingering inmate. Well, then, no time to explain. Okay.
Simulierung, okay.
Your mother has enough on her plate.
I know. I thought I'd be able to have some fun here.
All right. Sit yourself down and I'll take your temperature. Your fever still hasn't gone down.
But Doc, can't you just write me a note saying I'm on the mend?
I sure can.
Huh?
Well, if you want to rely on your own immune system to clear up your fever, oh, then you'll have to tough it out like this young lady. Hang in there, Traveler! Are you gonna puke? Paimon can get you a paper bag! As long as you're tough enough to get through the nausea and dizziness caused by the high fever.
And...
Hey! Put it this way.
I think maybe I'll take that medicine after all.
Oh, of course. Here, it's still...
It's so bitter.
All done. Great job, you two. That kid really doesn't know what's good for him. His mother's a guard here. He was quite happy at first. So you made us... It's a technique I learned from my teacher.
Ach,
Oh, you had a
Mann.
teacher? Was she a she was human. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's fine. I really liked my teacher. So she was a traveling doctor. She used to say, huh, she sounds like a strict. Well, it's not a strange way for a doctor to describe. Oh, wow, yeah, okay. Yep. Oh, why does it almost sound... Oh, because I am. A doctor who looks like a witch. Oh, me, on the other hand, that's actually a good thing. Oh, my next patient should be arriving now. Sure thing. On to the... Is it night? Well, thanks to you two. Should we get some rest, Tits? Oh, there is one confidential. It's fine. You're not... Wait, you mean... those? My patients are... Considering even the chef's version... You want to find out? Sure. The ingredients are ready. Now, put them on the table and add them in the order I tell you.
Okay, voilà.
First, we add this special slime condensate. Stir it thoroughly. Then... Yeah, it really does! Next up, xenochromatic crystals. You want to crush them up into a fine powder. Wait, are those from Fontimer Aberrants? Are you sure they're edible?
Ich glaube nicht, dass es erstmal ist.
Finally, we'll need some high-protein meat. Frogs are an excellent choice. You just need to clean the carrots, and then you're left with some lovely, tender meat.
Wie geht? Oh, nein!
And we're done. All that's left now is to pack them into lunch boxes and hand them to Walsey.
Boah, nein! Nein! Boah, das ist ja krank. Ey, das würde selbst mein eigener Arzt das nicht tun, Alter. Ich meine, gut, Schleimabsonderung, okay, alles klar. Dann irgendwelche Pflanzen oder noch Frösche. Alter. Froschfleisch. Boah, nee.
Yesterday in the production zone, I noticed an inmate who's been working for 2 days straight. That means it's a healthy meal for him tomorrow. Seedwing really does have the inmate's best in...
Nein, Leute, das tust du nicht. Oh, nee. Nee, der arme Kerl tut mir jetzt schon leid. Naja, das ist auf jeden Fall seine Mahlzeit, ich meine. Henkermahlzeit. Oh Gott, Hilfe, ey. Es geht nach unten. Wuhu! Bam. Hoppala. Wo ist er?
Head nurse. Got some extras for me?
Just the one today. The serial number's on the lid.
Sounds good. I'll make sure.
Sounds like they're talking in code. Thanks for your help.
Oh, it's...
That won't do.
all right. Nerd.
Well, I'm done with work for today. It seems like the guards are...
Head nurse, please, wait. I'm sorry to disturb you this late at night, but I think...
Okay, just...
The guard at the observation ward, Odilon, he told me to pass on a message to you. One of the inmates there, the guy suffering from possible hallucinations, well, he...
You were right to tell me. I'll have to examine him and make... Looks like we've got one job as medical assistants left. We'll come...
Kann ich das noch schnell machen? Moment. Machen wir das so. Und so. Weil ich nämlich keinen Bock habe, den ganzen Weg wieder nur zu rennen. Machen wir mal einfach mal das auf die schnelle Art und Weise. Simulant.
Ah, head nurse, you're finally here. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've caused after giving it some thought.
I totally understand.
Again, so sorry.
Not at all. It's a lot to...
Your pinky.
Alright, all indicators seem normal. So it was a stress-induced hallucination after all? Well, we've certainly had previous...
Please, head nurse, you shouldn't blame yourself. I'm just still adapting, that's all. Pushed myself too hard. Thanks for looking after me. I'll be as good as new after a good night's sleep.
I suggest you take 2 days off to focus on your recovery.
Great. I can't thank you enough.
Mr. Odilon, could you...
Of course. I'm on guard duty in the administrative area.
Guess you're finally done for the day now, huh? Yep. Oh, no rush. Seriously, it's super late. Tomorrow it is then. Oh, don't you worry. We will pass.
Auftrag abgeschlossen. Meinte bis zum nächsten Vormittag. Ach komm. Na gut. Nächsten Vormittag. Ach, das ist ja gerade soweit. 57. Muss eigentlich gehen.
Emma really did sleep like a log.
Ach, warte mal.
Let's go find Sea-Dream.
Ah, nee, ich dachte... Moment. Wo stecken die alle? Ach so. Ach, das ist ja gerade um die Ecke. Mal wieder.
Oh, how's the infirmary even busier than yesterday? Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. No problem. Anything we can... there's a bit of a complicated situation here.
You have to believe me. I'm telling the truth.
You're in a medical facility. Keep it down.
Please, listen to me. I'm not Gascon. I'm Uy.
You're a horrible liar, you know that? We get all your mugshots with our arrest warrants. It's clear as...
You mean because of the way I look? I don't know what happened. I just woke up like this.
I brought you here to figure out what's going on. If you truly are the victim of an injustice, yelling isn't...
All right.
This is nuts. Yesterday's
Morning, Your Grace. What's going on?
Remember the case I mentioned yesterday? The one brought to me by the Marachose Phantom? Well, we've been questioning the inmates involved.
That's even weirder than what that...
The thing is, none of them have been able to provide any evidence whatsoever to...
And we thought yesterday was as busy as it got for Siege Week.
We've compiled their statements. Have a look.
Hä? Soll der? What the heck?
Wait.
Release? Interesting. The inmates they spoke of in their statement.
I noticed that too.
All the more reason to be cautious.
I'm on it.
It's conceivable that our group of serious offenders somehow found a way to switch places with inmates who...
We did consider that possibility.
Only if they're dead ringers for the inmates due for release, I suppose.
Yes, the inmates. The only other thing that stands out to me...
Oh, really?
Give me a moment. I think...
Die
I know.
Creme.
It's not time to change your dressing yet. Huh? Isn't that the guy? This should be Honore. He has very severe facial ulcers, which require an operation in...
Yes, like I told you. I'm not Putton. I'm Honore.
So there has been a swap. Well, I can...
No, I believe the method is a bit like replacing a tooth. Take the bad tooth out, put a false one in. Traveler, Paimon, do you remember Eric?
Yeah, sure do.
Then you can be my witnesses. To start with, please fetch the... So, you're...
Yes, head nurse. It's me.
I need to do another examination.
All right. It's the cognition test first, right?
Now, try to recall if you can. The last time we did this test...
I believe it was...
But that means...
Huh?
So, basically, last night, the Eric who said he saw another him suddenly recovered and applied to leave the observation ward. Siegewing did another test before letting him leave, but that time, she...
I don't know about any tests last night. There was nothing to do in the observation ward, so...
Well, in that case, there is a reasonable explanation.
So, what exactly happened?
The gang of serious offenders wanted to... Last night, when Odilon was on... Then, once all the other inmates were asleep, however, they made one mistake. Henri changed his appearance to match Eric's earlier than he should have done. And the real Eric came to the guards for... However, since one of...
Right, because I put Eric on the observation list by then, and no inmates on that list can be processed for...
Hence, why the imposters had to pull that little stunt to get fake Eric.
Yeah, it all makes sense now. The Duke...
Well, I can't fault the reasoning. But I'm afraid that we ruled out the...
Criminals altering their facial appearance to commit crimes is nothing new. We carefully examined all the suspects.
So far, it seems more likely that the gang stole
Actually, a shapeshift?
Forgive me, head nurse. But this is the first...
Yes, I am...
But...
Please, trust me in my professional...
At the same time, without any solid evidence, it's pure speculation. Yep.
Okay. Well, it was our negligence.
Your Grace, bad news. I paused the releases like you asked, but we were too late. A bunch of people already... I checked the list.
2 hours ago? That's before today.
So there really was a switch after all.
We should be able to catch up with them.
Not if that potion is real. They can just switch faces.
Yikes! So we're at a complete dead end!
Well, technically there is one more lead we could follow up on. We were only able to arrest this gang thanks to the help of a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. I believe his name is Rawat.
Rawat? Okay. Das ist doch dieser Typ, wo diesen Creme verkauft hat, oder?
Oh? Rawat? Isn't that the handsome guy we met at that skincare promotion?
Das habe ich mir gleich gedacht, dass es ist.
Handsome? Maybe from a human point of view. I just remember that he one of the crimes this at first, he thought it was a typical case of intellectual property infringement, and he tried to negotiate with them. But once he discovered their criminal operation, thanks to his report, we were able to swoop in and arrest them all in one go.
What a hero! But that took courage on...
No doubt. This is worth following up on. As the one who snitched on them, it's highly that aside, since he's...
Understood, Your Grace. My team and I will head to the Fontaine Research Institute right away. In the meantime, please keep an eye on the face switch victims for us.
Of course.
Miss Morgan? I'd like to Well, I'm the one who discharged the fake Eric last night. So I...
Don't say that, head nurse. Look.
Don't worry.
You say that.
If I may, Miss Morgan, and if you really are worried for... Ah, there you go, right on cue.
Okay.
Okay. Und da steht ja schon.
Greetings. Sorry to impose, but I'm afraid we're...
Marsha's a phantom. Let me guess, you're investigating some more illegal research?
Not this time, no. We're looking for a researcher. Do you know where we might find Mr. Rawat?
Rawat. Oh yeah, he actually doesn't work on site here very...
Just a handful? I'm thinking...
Well, I guess you could say he's popular, at least on a superficial level. But in all his time here at the...
That's so weird. He definitely didn't come across like a recluse at that product promotion. I don't find that weird at all. He definitely didn't... Really? Paimon couldn't tell. Must be a Melusine perception thing.
Okay, we should talk with his acquaintance.
Sure thing!
Oh Gott, nein. Das sind 3 Leute, ne? Ah, ist gut.
Hey there, are you in tea?
What do you want?
We're here to ask about...
Close?
Huh?
It's been a good few days since I last...
With the...
Yeah.
Okay, now...
Most of the other reasons, but I'm studying. I bought his product. Don't get me wrong, but despite...
Huh, so is Rawat antisocial, or is this guy just jealous? Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any info about Rawat's whereabouts from him. Let's go! Wait, 1 second. Mr. Antibes, next time you go shopping, you should buy some Buell fruits. Peel the skin, steep in water, then drink. It'll help calm your mood.
Huh? Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse us, are you Audrey?
That's me. What is it?
Are you close friends with Rawat? We're trying to find out what...
Close friends? You mean because I told him I had feelings for him once? I doubt I'm the first or last at... I should have known, really. Men like him, they just enjoy...
Okay.
Why would I know where he's at? I barely know him, and he probably doesn't even remember me.
Ugh, this is getting annoying. Shall we go ask someone else? Maybe, but we're not going to get much out of her while she's in... She's displaying... It's... Turip. Oh, we're still no closer to finding Mr. Rawat. Oh, by this point, he...
Danger? Wait, why are you looking for him again?
Oh, that's right, Tina!
What?
Oh, I see.
Okay, but this is purely out of concern for his safety. I heard she raised him alone.
Oh, okay.
Nope, sorry. When I told him I had a crush on... Unbelievable.
Looks like her love syndrome is... We need to find out Mr. Rawat's mother's address. Let's check with the marechaussee officers when we regroup. Cool, sounds like a plan.
Das ist nicht schlecht. paar Tricks auf Lager.
Sorry to bother you, sir, but are you...
Who's asking?
Just some concerned citizen.
Not anymore, we're not.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
The thing about us, he won't even let you work with him unless you sign a confidence. Now that I've got my own technical solution.
So that's what we're watching. We'd still like to know...
Wait, you're... Yeah.
Wow, turns out C-Tween's got some real...
Thing is, I have no real... But if you want my advice...
Peddlers?
Yeah. Back when I was working with him, I noticed he met... The little I overheard was a...
Drugs?
Who knows?
Thank you.
Welcome.
Well, that's all 3 researchers. Let's head back to the meetup point.
Really? Jetzt muss ich jetzt noch kleiner oder was? Ach nee. Ist dann die Ranke hoch? Ich glaube, ich müsste gehen. Also schon tschüss. Ach, das war ein Item. So.
You know, Heimat started out thinking Rawat was a handsome researcher with a friendly and cheerful personality. So what's your view of him now? A handsome researcher whose difficult upbringing turned him into a profit chaser with a chip on his shoulder?
So your thoughts about his appearance haven't changed at all?
Well, his looks are kind of a big deal. At least in Paimon's opinion.
How does... You can't judge a person solely based...
Head nurse. Traveler. I assume you've spoken with the researchers. What did you find out?
Bertram mentioned Rawat's involvement with some pharmaceutical merchants. Do you know if he's registered any pharmaceutical...
Since he was...
how strange. If he was so... Maybe he and his business partner...
You think he may have
Isn't that pretty unlikely, though? Most children who come to me with tooth decay...
I saw him when he came to make his report. You mentioned that he comes from a poor family. So, by the time he discovered who they were...
That does make a lot of sense! No wonder he's so unsociable. He must be on edge all the time with a gang of crooks breathing down his neck.
Naja.
In that case, if Rawat was working with the escaped inmates, they're sure to know more about his whereabouts than us.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, he was...
2 days ago? So he went missing right after that product promotion.
That was the same day he reported the criminals, too.
Don't worry, everyone.
Yeah, he must have been worried that...
All the more reason to find him as soon as possible.
Yep.
Okay, then there's no...
Geh zum Wohnort des Rawats. Das ist halt dahin, oder? Ach du Scheiße. Das ist ja schon am Ende der Welt. Ich glaube, ich kann lieber mal auf.
All right, this should be the house. I'm pretty sure this was the address.
Bin schon mal gespannt, ob irgendjemand da drin ist.
Okay.
Sounds like whoever's inside has restricted mobility. Oh, it seems serious. What's the fastest way to get this door open?
Break the door down?
Ja?
No, I'll handle it. Let the expert deal with it. There'll be a...
Du glaubst du es nicht an, du könntest das Ding einfach knacken.
remember your training, control your strength, and... It's open!
Als ob sie einfach mit den Armen dann Schlösser knacken kann.
See, take a few people and lie in wait. Keep your eyes peeled for any activity around the house. The Traveler, head nurse, and...
Der geht einfach mal rein und knackt irgendwelche Schlösser. Alles klar.
Oh, there. On the bed, there's an old lady. We could try, but she is very ill. We mustn't force it.
Well, doesn't...
Yep. Hello, ma'am. Might I ask if you're Rawat's mother? Hard of hearing, perhaps.
I have one here.
I'd like to show you a photo, ma'am. It looks like this isn't gonna work out.
Well, looks like we're out of leads.
Is it possible he could have avoided returning here because he...
Maybe. But if so...
Yes, so?
I suggest we all return there now.
Sorry, officer, but could I stay here for a while?
Of course. Traveler.
Also, I'd like some Marshall member.
Why's that?
If Rawat knows how serious his mother's condition is.
Got it.
Thanks for helping me out yet again, Traveler and Pine. No problem. Yes. Ooh, let me take care of a few things first. Could you pass me? Yeah, of course.
Tagebuch.
I can tell that her family has tried a lot of different treatment methods. Seedring. Yes. And in Melusine's eyes, a human's birth, aging, sickness, but human medicine can defy that law. But it was only after I truly became a doctor that I realized miracles don't always happen. Even the greatest doctors cannot cure all diseases. See, don't worry about me, Paimon. A doctor's duty is not to cure all diseases. At the very least, I can lower her fever. Yeah, all the more reason. Oh, her fever is getting worse. Could I get some hot water? Sure, we're on the case.
Heißes Wasser. Okay. Nice.
Found the hot water? Sure did. And look what else we found, judging by this journal. Oh, that's great news. The wet towel is ready. I'm giving you another injection. Are you feeling better now? It's all right. We'll go bring him back. Thank you.
No, don't look this way. I'm supposed to be hiding.
Was macht sie denn? Meint ihr Privatlabor, ne? Ach, guck mal da. Ich könnte auch mal das hier auch nur gleich mal einen Begriff nehmen. eine Ding nehme ich mir auch gleich noch mit. Sieht aus, als würden die beiden erfahren mal hier ein bisschen rumchillen. So. Irgendwo hier oben muss es doch sein, der Teleportationspunkt, oder? Ah, bin da vorbeigelaufen. Gut. Da soll es ein Labor sein, das ist doch eine Ruine. Es sei denn, es ist unterirdisch. Ah.
It's Officer Morgan!
We came as soon as we heard the news. I can't believe we were so careless. The most crucial information of all was hiding...
Don't blame yourself. There's a mechanical door.
Das kennen wir irgendwo her.
It's open. Let's go in.
Stufe 71. Ja, komm, hau raus. So. Nee, machen Sie bitte. Oh nee. Es ist noch. No. Da gehe ich mit Lumin rein. Ich habe ja extra keinen Bock da mit irgendwelchen Pfeilen durch die Gegend zu schießen.
How did they get in here? Captain,
Hallo.
Those look like our fugitives!
So they found this place too? Don't let any of them escape!
Raymond.
Jab, cross! Free! Ice fire!
Na?
Captain, according to our list, many of the fugitives aren't accounted for. There may be others hiding deeper inside.
So these...
The Mara Shosei Phantom! How did they find this place?
Wait, It's that guard from the fortress.
That's right. I'm on your side. I mean, the Duke sent me. What's the matter? Some sort of mix-up?
Mr. Odilon, didn't I tell you a few days ago that you need to stop all field work until you've recovered?
Well, you know, gotta help His Grace.
Officer Morgan, this man is an imposter. The real Mr. Odilon has no recent health issues.
What? But I...
Looks like the head nurse was right about the face-swapping method. Arrest them all! DuPont, stay here and keep guard. And watch the exit.
Got it.
Interessant. Ah!
So many jars. Was this some sort of
This scent, it's probably the ingredients used.
Ich befürchte, die machen versuchen jemanden.
How come they're all empty? Did it sell so well that he ran out of supplies?
How strange. Why would Rawat choose to manufacture a popular product like that in such a difficult-to-reach given our suspicion that...
Perhaps Butterfly Dew is itself...
Do you have any evidence for that claim?
No, just a guess.
Understood.
Ich will ja nichts sagen, Leute, aber ich habe ein ungutes Gefühl, dass sie anhand der Proben, die sie dann den Leuten verteilen, irgendwie eine DNA entziehen, die sie dazu verwenden, um andere Klone zu herbeizubeschwören, sagen wir es mal so. Also wenn ich so ein verrückter Wissenschaftler wäre, würde ich sowas tun, ne? Ich meine, DNA extrahieren und daraus irgendwelche Klone daraus reproduzieren. Deswegen auch Gesichtsumwandlung und sowas ähnliches. Das Produktionsprotokoll können Sie sogar schon eventuell fast belegen. Dass sie quasi eigentlich aus dem Wasser, aus dem Abflusswasser die DNA hinaus reproduzieren können.
Doesn't look like we're gonna get this door open. Let's find another way around.
Der kommt mir so bekannt vor, dieser Ort.
This one's closed too. What's with those carts and tracks? Oh, maybe it's one of those doors that opens when it senses cargo passing through. There's a loaded cart right over there. Let's bring it to the door and give it a try.
Na? Oh, bitte. Interessant. Das kann ja noch rumgehen.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Don't be nervous. Just relax.
Bombs away!
Klar, ich würde auch gerne von sich Winde einfach mal eine Spritze verpassen lassen. Tut sicherlich bestimmt gut. Nein, andersrum. Ah, komm jetzt. Ja. Schön, dass mir aber wirklich wunderschöne Art und Weise hergebracht wird.
This room's much smaller than the others.
Judging by the implements on the table, this looks like a potion-making lab.
Herstellung von Tränken. Interessant.
Head nurse, over here.
DNA.
Let's see. Huh? Robot's clothes. What?
Perhaps they stripped him down, left the clothes behind, and disposed of him.
Yikes, Seedween, where did that come from?
Oh, what a tragic way to go. Especially with such a bright future ahead of him.
There's a path leading further on, Officer Morgan. Let's keep up.
Ja. Versuchsprotokoll. Also wurden diese Leute als Versuchskaninchen verändert. Gott, ist ja schon fast schlimmer wie in Resident Evil, Alter. Demnach sollte ich lieber vorsichtig sein. Ah, jo. Da vorne ist er.
There's a whole bunch of people in there.
Are you serious? You're telling us that within a day, our faces are going to rot like yours?
Fontanian physiology changed dramatically after that great flood, and it's not as compatible with this face-changing solution as before. The side effects are as you can see.
Why didn't you say anything before we all used it?
Look, my plan got you all out of prison, didn't it? You'd have much bigger problems to worry about right now if the Marshal say Phantom found out about your other crime.
You're just lucky we didn't leave you in there after you disappeared on us with no warning. We only let it slide because...
Partners? Make no mistake, each of us is only looking out for himself. If you hid things from me too.
Oh, and you didn't have a secret spare?
Guys, that's enough. Calm down. It is what it is. Arguing won't change anything. What's the plan, Parton? I'm assuming you brought us here...
There is no plan. Besides, what does it matter now?
I said enough arguing!
The most practical...
Are you kidding me?
Well, there is another option. But you'll have to make a deal with me first.
Okay, now we're talking.
I have a document I took from that researcher that details how to make a replacement. What's the problem? I thought...
What do you think? That we were shipping them into the...
Well then, say hello to never showing your mark.
I've heard enough! Get him!
Freeze! Marshal say Phantom!
What?
Who let them in?
Officer Morgan, before anything...
Bro, what?
I don't see him.
Hand over the...
Spare us your condescending attempts to...
Arrest them all! Don't let anyone...
Na, dann komm her, Jungs.
Water jet!
Ich liebe das, Alter! So, alle Marsche weg! Und jetzt gleich Game Over. So, jetzt!
Another test subject. Freeze!
I hear everything. Keep up.
Freeze!
Barbados, guide us.
Water jet!
Genial. Oh.
Bombs away! Water jet!
Oh, come on.
Water jet! Water jet!
I'll uproot you! I'm not finished my research.
Oh, das wäre hart. Feierabend.
Huh. Gotta say, I never expected to see the head nurse in combat.
Some patients respond better to a more aggressive treatment plan. Did we get everyone?
Als ganz ehrlich, ne, mit einer Oberschwester mit der Riesenspritze in der Hand, da würde ich auch freiwillig sagen, ey, yo, lass mal gut sein, ne? Ich ergebe mich gleich mal.
Captain, we finished the head count. Potten's missing.
Over there! The door's closing!
One group trying to arrest me, another trying to hunt me down. Good. I gotta kill two birds with one.
How did he get up there?
Don't waste your energy. I already sealed it off.
How naive. We have more people outside. If we're not back out by the agreed time,
Well then, you'd better hope they get...
Scheiße. Gas.
There's some kind of gas leaking from the pipes. Oh, be careful. It's poisonous.
This is our distribution center, where we store the product derived from our source solution. We had to use special fire prevention methods to prevent the pipe network here was designed to emit a gas for firefighting. One little modification later?
Why would you do this? Your partners are here too.
Oh, please. If they can't supply what I need, they're of no further use to me.
He's a maniac! Come on, we gotta find a way to open...
Go ahead. Struggle in vain. Once the last of you croaks.
Are you sure you're ready to leave, Potten? You haven't changed your dressing today.
You can't cure my face. Just give up.
And what if I could?
Nice try. You're just trying to stall me. Don't you worry about me. I'll find a way to cure my face once I get out of here.
Oh, I doubt it. After all, Fontanians can no longer dissolve in primordial seawater. The key component of the face-changing potion is the fluid left behind by dissolved Fontanians. It might look like ordinary water, but before the flood, all Fontanians were Oceanids. The potion made from that fluid could dissolve and reconstruct the face of a Fontanian, in much the same way as hydroidolins change. Theoretically, it could give someone any appearance, but since the flood, Fontanians have become true.
Are you saying this potion is made from Fontanians dissolved with...
How could you know all of this? No, wait.
It also means that I have a formula you're unaware of.
Das ist ein Trick.
I might get to make a deal today after all.
Oh, it's not a formula, but a finished product. I have a bottle of it right here.
What?
When I tried Rawat's skincare product, I'm guessing his skincare lotion contains the fruits of your
Huh. Impressive guesswork. Yeah, we were a supplier for some of the raw but it only contains a tiny amount of the active ingredient. The effect...
Well, I found a way to reverse the dilution process, giving the skincare lotion a similar effect to the fluid it is derived from.
That's impossible.
If I tell you some of the ingredients, I think...
Tainted hydrophantasms and transoceanic pearls.
So? Can we...
Sounds good to me. There's a delivery pipeline beneath this window. Drop the potion in, and I'll release you all.
Nope, not trusting you that easily. You're like those naughty kids who try to hide their illness. Open the sluice gate first, then I'll hand you the potion.
Even if you're not bluffing, your potion won't cure my face permanently. You really think you have any leverage here? I'm not closing the valve this time. Clock's ticking.
Fine, then I'll just stand here with the potion in my hand. And when I faint from the poison...
No.
Ha 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 ha.
It's open!
Disable that sluice gate! Jam it! Don't let it close again!
That's more like it.
Head nurse, there's too much poison gas in here. We have to leave, now!
Na gut. Glück gehabt.
That was too close. That button is a real nasty piece of work.
Oh, don't be too quick to sit down. Moving around a little will help relieve the soreness. Same goes for you, Trap.
Flying fast is...
Shame I ended up giving the...
No, please don't. Paimon doesn't want to use that stuff. Yeah, Paimon...
Head nurse, I've done a final head count of our team in the... It's a shame that we didn't find Rawat. At this...
What a horrible bunch.
No, we wouldn't.
What? Then why did you give him...
If this is true, I must concur. If he changes his appearance and flees Fontaine, it's...
No, you don't understand. I gave him the potion precisely so we could be sure where he'll go next.
What do you mean?
We gotta hurry. She won't last much longer.
Zielort. Ich habe keinen Scheiß, ist doch gerade da hinten. Ach. Ja. Ich glaube, ich könnte mir vorstellen, was es ist. Von zu Hause.
Don't move a muscle. I might be short, but I pack a mean punch, Captain. You're just in time. While I was lying in wait, I spotted this crook snooping around, trying...
Oh.
Are you... Potton?
What?
This is how Potton looked before his face was marred. His current...
Wait, so what's going on? Wasn't the whole point of the potion to disguise himself and escape Fontaine? What?
Enough of this nonsense. Let me in.
You better pipe down. There's an old lady in there who's very...
To heck with it. Listen to me. I'm Rawat. That's my mother in there.
He's gotta be lying, right? Rawat was a victim in all this. He was forced into it against his will.
Forced against his will? Heck, when I was being coerced, everyone thought I was colluding of my own free will. Amazing what a difference a handsome fate...
Save us the speech.
You want an explanation? Fine. I'll tell it how it is. When I was just Potton, the whole world treated me with
Ew! What do you want?
Women despise me.
Collaborate? You don't look like much of a...
My peers scorn...
Mr. Potton, was it? I'm most interested in your research. Consider my offer carefully. I doubt you'll find other investment opportunities.
Only villains would work with me.
You want out of the game? Forget about it. Turns out, I slipped up a little. Left your picture with some Mara Chaussee Phantom officers. So I suggest you...
There was no way out for me until I could...
Mr. Rawat,
I became popular with women.
This new potion you developed is fascinating. Genius, in fact. Would you consider working with me?
My peers looked up to me.
I'm very interested in your research, sir.
And the villains even began to fear. Becoming Rawat showed me what a super... But I did not hold a grudge. Or so I thought. But, Mother, I'm back. How are you doing?
Who are you?
I bought the best medicine Mora could buy. But nothing would cure her illness. In the end, I hoped she'd at least be able to see her son one last time before she passed, but... when everyone else rejected me, the only person who cared about me was my mother.
I have to let her see me again. Even if it means donning my own... Well, is that enough explaining for you? Now do you understand?
Have you ever considered if you'll even be able... You found a way to completely change your identity. You could easily have escaped from them.
Why would I want...
So you kept being a villain just for the money?
Villain? You have no right to judge me!
You're a villain to the core! But it's...
Honestly, I don't see a villain when I look at your current face.
Don't humor me.
I didn't know anything for sure until you chose to take... I had to confirm my suspicion.
Are you kidding me?
Well, there were no fish, but... I believe I understand human...
Fundamental qualities, huh? Most people probably don't know this, but you use it yourself, didn't you?
Sea Dream? Yes, you're right.
I'll bet it was either carry on living in the gutter...
That's not important right now.
Huh?
Head nurse, I'm not sure.
Don't worry. He was willing to risk sacrificing his...
I see.
So before you...
All right.
Mom? It's me, Potton. Your son. Mom, what's wrong?
I'm sorry, but I have some bad news. I examined your mother last time we were here.
What?
Your appearance no longer has any bearing on her ability to recognize you. But there are...
No, it can't be. Please, Mom, open your eyes. It's me, your son, Potton. I've done so much to get to this point. Please. No.
The temperature of his palm must have changed. I'm sorry. It seems I couldn't bring him back to you after all.
It's you. Thank...
Of course.
Mom, why will you answer her and not me?
No more questions, Potton. She's gone.
Mom.
Oh, scheiße. Ich muss mir echt schon die Tränen zurückhalten, Alter. Tut mir leid. Ja, solche Szenen sollte man leider nicht auf YouTube hier bringen, aber es gehört halt zu dem Spiel dazu. Und das ist natürlich nicht vorherzusehen, ne? Ruhe in Frieden, Pottens Mutter.
I'm sorry to say this, Potton.
The wait is over, everyone! The sale of our new skincare product, Romaritime Essence, will...
Another skincare promotion! Oh, Seedween's here too! Hey, Seedween! Oh, Traveler Paimon, hello! Of course! Nurse's orders, right? And actually, I'm mostly here to help Officer... Ah! That reminds Paimon. No, there's nothing to worry about. Besides, officers have already retrieved all butterfly dew purchased on the market. Now it's just a matter of just after consulting Monsieur Nerve. Wow, it's Seedween.
Thank you for serving as our consultant, head nurse. All the butterfly dew...
Great! Good job!
Also, you mentioned you want after he saw his mother for the last time. It was like all his mental defenses came crashing down. He put up no resistance during the interrogation, and answered all our questions. We learned a lot. Apparently, the formula was something he discovered by chance, while helping the criminal gang produce synth. Later, he came up with the idea to dilute it. Their supplier was Vache. It made for a seam...
Vache again, huh? Is there still no end to the harm?
Make no mistake. Since the flood cut off their supply of primordial after receiving...
That sounds more like it!
Based on what he told us in his... He tried to throw us off his but there was...
So he tried this looking at the...
Yes. Which is even so.
I understand. Why did you want them anyway? Potman was one of... Why are you still... That may be true.
One last thing, head nurse. Please keep everything. It would be for the best.
Of course. Not...
Thank you.
So, Seedween, did you really... Why do you sound so surprised, Paimon? I told you all about it. It was quite a... You mean that's... Yes, it really... But...
Oh, good.
I know. Before I tell you that... Of course!
Wo ist es denn? Och nee, Alter. Warum denn gleich schon? Warum nicht gleich eine ganze 30 Kilometer entfernt, Alter?
They're here too!
Good to see you, Traveler. Paimon. I trust all... Big news, everyone. The Udex is out of his office. Why wouldn't they? Important business. Yes, you're quite right. After reading the Maréchal Say Phantoms, take note. That...
So the old friend... Oh, sorry. Paimon didn't mean to be rude. It's only because Seedween calls her that all the time, so...
I doubt you. Indeed. In fact, in those days, many...
Wow.
Younger colleagues. Seedween served a sentence, strictly speaking.
She served a sentence?
Yes. Long before I became Udex, there was an ancient law in Fontaine that prohibited any attempt to transform another... Initially, I and most... But now, it seems... Ignorance is bliss. Seedween had her reason.
Could you tell us a little bit more?
Certainly.
Oh, nicht die Geschichte, bitte nicht.
Even with their daughter so ill, they kicked you out?
Master, what are you...
I discovered I had no choice but to
Then, I'll find a cure for you, and then you...
There's no need.
But...
As I said before...
I know. But... I'll do whatever...
Even if it means breaking the law.
As long as I don't hurt anyone.
Then I shall make one more final gamble. If I am able to work this miracle, then I will have found a way to... If not, I will leave you apart.
When Sijuin returned, the miracle had not occurred. She found a potion bottle and a note on the table. After using the potion as instructed, she gained her current form. And after I had confirmed the veracity...
So that's what happened.
I fear Sijuin only understood the full story after the truth about the dissolution of Fontanians was uncovered. When I reflected on all this, after the final details...
Wonder...
Since she invited you here...
No? Ach, komm schon.
Is this an answer from this world?
You're here. The old friend I mentioned, Sijuin, the witch who gave you the magic. Sounds like Monsieur Neuvillette. After learning the truth, well, she was planning. That's just who she was. Alright, but I broke the law. True. You're not like him, and yet you were unfair? What makes you say that? I knew you'd be curious. The verdict came down. This Melazine is guilty. The Eudex defended the authority of Fontaine law, but he did not confiscate the Melazine's medical kit. And so, the Fortress of Meripede gained a new little doctor. She still wore her hood and raincoat, even though it never rained in the fortress. Perhaps thanks to her human appearance, no one refused her treatment. She treated more and more patients, and her sentence grew ever shorter. Finally, the people of the fortress could not live without her, and though her sentence ended, she did not leave them either. Then one day, she received an invitation from the outside world. The location seemed familiar, and when she arrived, an old lady was waiting for her. She saw right through the Melazine's disguise, but didn't reveal it. Instead, she asked a question.
Tell me, why do you think you gained the respect of so many people, despite being a Melazine?
Because I look like a human?
It's been 50 years, Sijuin, and you haven't aged a day. I think everyone knows you are not human. I finally found you, after all these years. I still remember, you know. It was you who saved me that night.
But how? I was no longer a Melusine by then.
Does it really matter if you're human or Melusine? I remembered the warmth of your palm. It's quite unmistakable. And you know what? It hasn't changed one bit. You don't have to hide anymore, Sigewinne. These days, everyone wants to make friends with Melusines. And I think that it's all because of you. I'm sorry I couldn't say this until now, but thank you, Dr. Melusine.
Now that's an ending Paimon can get behind.
Ich will jetzt nichts sagen, aber war die alte Frau jetzt wirklich nicht dieses Mädchen gewesen, die vor 50 oder sogar 70 Jahren ungefähr sie kennengelernt hatte, als sie noch ein kleines Mädchen war? Das macht Sinn. Oder, obwohl... Nee, macht es nicht. Ach, ich verstehe die Geschichte sowieso jetzt irgendwie nicht mehr.
After hearing everything Patton said, I wanted to tell him that it didn't matter who he looked like on the outside. But it was too late. The warmth in his palm had already... I tried to treat him, but the roots of his problem had nothing to do with his fate. I understand.
Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, there's one more. In order to restore the...
We don't...
Well,
fair still. Melusine physiology, after all, from a Melusine point of view.
Paimon.
What was Paimon thinking?
Leave it to me.
Tja. Es ist Zeit, ein weiteres kleinen legendären Auftrag zu machen. Oh Mann, ey, ich kann es echt nicht glauben, ey, dass ich das wirklich sagen muss, aber diese Mission hat mich am Ende ganz schön hart getroffen. Naja, okay, lass uns mal gucken, was wir machen können. Weil wir sowieso schon Nacht haben, warum sprechen wir nicht gleich über die heutige Nacht, ne? Wenn die Scherenblätter kollidieren. Und das ist natürlich genauer gesagt in Fontaine. So, da kann man gleich mal einen kleinen ja, den Skip eine kleine Verkehr machen. So. Dann können wir auch mal ganz kurz mal. Achso, warte mal, das Ding ist ja gerade davon, ne? Der Brunnen war doch dieses Palais, ne? Oder wo war das gewesen? Wo konnten wir denn das? Hotel? Wo konnten wir denn das, also, Außenstelle? Nein. Wo konnten wir denn eigentlich, ach, sag mal's. Hotel? Das ist auch nicht das. Ach, warte, ist es das hier gewesen? Ach ja, der Brunnen. Genau. Guck mal da. Wie kann man was mal die Belohnungsliste mal haben? Also es geht ja jetzt auf 50, ne? Ja. Also opfern wir mal alle. Das sind 320, um genau zu sein. Ne, oder mal. 330, sorry. Das sind 11 Stufen. So. Und haben wir schon einiges bekommen. Ich glaube wohl kaum, dass es irgendjemand mal geschafft hat, hier alles auf die höchste Stufe zu kriegen. Ich glaube, da muss man wirklich alle Truhen öffnen. Ja. Schauen wir mal, ob ich noch andere Siegel beziehungsweise was heißt Siegel, noch andere irgendwo noch opfern kann. Wäre eigentlich relativ ganz gut. Und das ist wahrscheinlich der Baum, ne? Käferkampfsperre? Nein, das war es nicht. Ich glaube, der Baum des Lebens war auch noch eins von denen. Aber wo genau war das? Moment. Das hier. Permafrostbaum. Habe ich den eigentlich schon durch? Ich weiß es gar nicht mehr. Ich glaube, den Baum habe ich schon mal auf Maximum durch. Ja. Aber da ging's ja nur 12 Stufen. Das kannst du noch erinnern. Vor allen Dingen dann bei diesem Permafrostschutzbaum da, ne, wo ich gerade bin. Ja, der Permafrostbaum, das hat mich richtig genervt. Daran erinnere ich mich noch sehr gut. So, jetzt muss ich mal kurz gucken, wo war das nächste? Wo kann ich noch opfern? Taverne? Ne, das war es nicht. Das waren ins Ruin. Der allererste Auftrag. Beziehungsweise der allererste Ort. Da habe ich, wenn ich ganz ehrlich bin, den allerersten Bosskampf gehabt gegen Thorin. Der eisige Drache da. Erstaunlich. Jade gemacht, kennen wir ja schon. Stunde des Abgrunds. Das ist erstaunlich, dass ich das noch kenne, ey. So, ich muss mal gucken, wo war das noch? Ich muss mal gucken, ey. Moment, Anotov. Hä, was ist das? Ach, die Intro-Hypothese. Den habe ich total vergessen. Muss ja auch nochmal irgendwann mal kämpfen. Oh Gott, das hier, was hier König der Schwert. Also das muss ich auch noch komplett durchnehmen, weil ich da noch ein paar Teile habe. Oh Mann. Da habe ich schon einiges. Ach du Scheiße. So, was ist das denn? Der Tempel, Aufgaben. Ah! Ich glaube, das sind die Aufgaben hier möglich. Tatsache. Feder des reinigen Lichts. Tja. So. Ich bin ganz ruhig in der Hinsicht erstmal. Beruhigt mich ein bisschen, wenn ich ein bisschen das mehr schaue. Was ist denn das hier? Raum der Träume. Ich glaube, da kann man das machen. Warte mal, wo ist denn dieser Baum? Ach, der ist ja drinne. glaube, ich habe mich wahrscheinlich verlaufen, oder? Hä, will ich mich verarschen? Da ist er. Hier ist der Baum. Ich glaube, da kann ich diese Hydro-Teile. Ja, aber da habe ich nicht so genug Siegel. Diese Dendro. Okay. Gut, bei den anderen war es ja dieses. Was ist noch? Hydro. Wasser haben wir auch schon. Dendro. Pyro haben wir. Wo sind die eigentlich das mit den Anemo und Geosiegel? Müssen wir mal ganz kurz wieder mal gucken. Mondstadt erstmal. In der Mondstadt war da auch irgendwas mit dem Anemo-Siegeln. Womit kann man die da irgendwas opfern? Hauptschule Flotte? Nein. Ja, hat er gemacht, das war es auch nicht. Ich glaube, der Anemo-Siegel wurde damals für was anderes verschwendet. Ich glaube, wir kann man die Sticksel machen. Ich glaube, es kostet gegen Meurer eintauschen. Boah, mir fällt es einfach nicht ein. Ne? Geosiegel, das müsste dann. Das muss ich ganz ehrlich gesagt lügen, das weiß ich jetzt ehrlich gesagt nicht mehr. Aber ich gehe davon mal aus, das müsste. Was ist denn das? Nein, das war's nicht. Jetzt muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen, lügen, ich weiß es wirklich nicht. Es ist auch schon einige Zeit her, ich meine. Wie alt ist das Spiel? 2010 müsste es rausgekommen sein, ne? Ja, schon über 10 Jahre. Das war nicht mit Teeblätter. Scheiße. Mausoleum. Ja, hat er gemacht. Okay, ich muss mal. Ja, ich werde es mir im Internet nachschauen. Ich habe es jetzt nicht mehr im Kopf. Egal. Gehen wir mal zurück nach Fontaine. Machen wir da noch ein bisschen, bevor ich Feuer mache.
Huh? Do you also see Navia and Clorand over there? They look like they might have run into some kind of trouble. Let's go check out what's going on.
Ach, guck mal da.
Still no dice?
Not at all. And I've asked pretty much everyone in the court. Lynette's ears drooped as soon as she heard that we'd have to be out and about.
What about Chiori and Charlotte? I feel like both of them would be more than up to it.
I
I've asked them already.
This.
Navia, Claran, what's up?
Oh my. Well, if it isn't my dear partners, how are you all doing?
Huh. Navia.
Huh?
Yep. This is our chance.
Oh. Was habt ihr denn vor?
Oh, precisely. My dear partners, we've got a...
Whoa, for real?
Absolutely. We've already exhausted all our other options.
Traveler, would you join us and play Mars Chaussee Hunter Judgment Day?
Schattenjäger, Tag des Gerichts. Was?
Mara Chaussee, what now?
It's a new game script by the Tabletop Troupe, a local roleplay adventure club.
Ever heard of the Tabletop Troupe?
That sounds super.
Clorand and I are both vet, and when they asked,
Whoa. Anyway, the script calls for it.
So, you're saying you'll...
That's not a problem.
Well, Traveler, what do you think?
Well, that's
Na
also...
komm.
I'll go grab the script, man.
The club introduced it in this iteration. On top of that,
Wow, you're right.
And
I look forward to experiencing it.
why don't you go meet up with...
Sounds good.
You say that like I'm 60.
Na komm, Bruder. So, machen wir das Ganze hier. Was gibt's heute für Aufgaben? Geh zu Bezirk. Okay. Okay, ich bleib kurz mit der Hotel, was ich machen muss.
It seems like there's another event going on at the Court of Fontaine. Look at that. Road.
Is this really okay?
I told you I could do it using the leftover funds from the original...
No, not at all. I'm just in shock.
Wait, isn't that Chiori? She's actually at her shop today? Oh, you've got a point there. Well, once she's done...
I'm a woman of my word. Now, remember to not fold the gown, or store it under direct sunlight. I'd recommend only taking it out on the day of the wedding. But from the look of...
I'll try my best. Once he sees me in this, his jaw's gonna drop straight to the floor.
Oh man.
Chiori, you're actually at your shop today!
Is that really so shocking? Idiot. Anything you're looking for today? A custom design?
Hey, Paimon's not a kid!
Oh, that.
Are there any fun?
Fashion Week isn't what I'd call fun. But it's certainly...
Will you be showing off some of your designs too?
Of course. Come to think of it, it was also at...
Aren't you pretty much an established name now?
Yeah, that's not quite how it... Why would anyone patronize a label that hasn't even... In the end, fashion is just...
Ach ja.
Okay, so, all that complicated stuff aside, you're saying we'll be able to see new Chiori?
Absolutely. The designs have already been finalized.
Ooh, are you using...
Well,
Oh, Paimon get... We're a long way...
No need to worry. I've already taken...
Excuse me. Coming through. Coming through.
Was ist denn hier los?
Chiori, your shipment's here.
Chiara!
I know it's quite late, so I'm... really sorry.
Oi, oi,
Deep
oi.
breaths, Kirara. Then start...
Huh? And you're with Custer...
And this is...
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
So, what was the whole...
Huh? No, nothing like that. I just ran into
bandits, then? Or treasure hoard?
Well, I didn't run into anyone exactly. I just got a little lost.
Deine Schwänze!
Keeping you honest as always, I see.
All right. They were a little... So it was a target...
My fabric ship?
Yeah, they said that... Oh, are you okay?
I'm good.
Well, it's not complete. Is there something else that you're keeping?
Huh?
Perhaps I need to reconsider how many stars to give you in my review.
So, one of the bandits had a...
And who might this person...
Chiori?
I appreciate your... Anyone that dares to mess with one of my friends deserves a stern talking to...
All right.
Uter. No, that.
Well, so you both
Through Chiori's
so he
arrival is what you tear. How I've already warned him before.
Na komm jetzt. Ich mach das irgendwie.
Where are you going?
To teach someone a lesson.
Chiori! And she's gone.
Oh no.
You seem concerned.
Well, she's all traveler. Paimon, could you go?
Yeah, we'll take.
Well.
Ich habe irgendwie das Gefühl, dass es irgendwas gibt, aber ich sag's dann mal nicht. Aber das war.
Any chance you're on the clock, officer?
Nothing good ever. Oh? And I see the traveler in
Chevras! We meet again.
Well, things have been fine. I suppose that.
Well, you.
So,
Indeed it did. I'll need you to come with me.
I only ever hear that phrase from you. Usually I'm the one asking people to do that.
Well, are you coming?
Not before I know what you're planning.
Oh, vaya.
Have I ever made a bad call?
The better question is, have you ever made one that didn't violate proper
Okay. A man hired a group of bandits to mug my friend. I'm about to go teach him a lesson.
Are you sure this is something you should be telling the captain of the special patrol? It's getting hard to tell whether you're here to report a case or turn yourself in for one.
Neither. I'm requesting person.
Are you planning?
Not if I can help it.
All right. Where is this?
Follow.
Just promise you'll start trying to keep yourself out of trouble.
Well, when trouble stops coming my way, I'll be sure to get on that. This should be the place. You all wait.
You know, Chevras, Paimon gets.
It's just as Chiori said.
Does Chiori often need?
I'd say it's the uniform, the must, but put them in a clothing boot.
Oh, is it because they're trying to show off or something?
Yep. People are vain creatures. As a result, Chiori.
You scratch.
Exactly. And in some very. So, who got on her case?
Oh, so this.
Huh?
You've heard of him?
Yep. He's made trouble for Chiori, so he's back at it.
Whoa, what's this about?
I just meant that Uter's done for. Now,
Chiori?
because this is probably going to turn into one of those very...
Jawohl! Genau das habe ich gemeint. Genau das habe ich so gemeint und geahnt, was das passieren könnte. Wenn eine Frau nämlich schon denkt, komm mal her, Freundchen, und schön rausgeschmissen aus dem Laden. Oh.
What are you doing? Stay away from me!
Oha. Oha.
Has anyone ever taught you the definition of stupidity?
Scheiße! Hey, das ist geil. Das ist echt genial.
Huh? Stupidity is doing the same meaningless thing. It appears you've forgotten what I told you before. So, oh, and if you dare lay your hands on my friend again, you can expect a far less pleasant landing next time.
Oha.
Chiori?
Scheiße, die geht ja richtig ab. Ja gut, würde ich auch tun, wenn der so meinen Laden gehen würde, ne?
Officer, an assault's in progress! Please, officer, you've got to do something!
Of course. I'll do my utmost to investigate the situation. Unfortunately, I was chatting with this traveler and seemed not to worry, though. If you'd allow me to search the scene, I'm sure I'll be able to collect some useful evidence. You don't mind, do you? There's nothing in...
Forget it. It wasn't that big...
Ms. Chiori, I must also ask you to refrain from engaging in such disorderly conduct in the future.
Apologies, officer. I guess you could say I'm just used to tossing out any trash I come across on the street.
What? Das hat sie jetzt nicht wirklich gesagt, oder? Moment, was steht da drauf? Ich schätze, man könnte sagen, dass ich es einfach gewohnt bin, jeden Müll, den ich auf der Straße finde, rauszuwerfen. Heilige Scheiße. Die Alte, die geht ja richtig ab.
You... Is there anything else either of you have to say?
That's all from me. I sincerely...
We'll see about that.
Ach ja.
Whoa, that scared the heck out of Paimon! How did he just go flying out like that?
Was für ein wunderschöner Bogen.
Now's not the time to be accepting compliments. What happened to not doing anything too out of line?
Ich liebe das. Ich solche Szenen liebe ich so sehr. Wenn die Tür aufgeht und der Inhaber mit einem großen Bogen auf die Straße fliegt.
Not if I could help it, is what I said. I started with a verbal warning, but he displayed neither shame nor remorse.
Insults and threats so bad that he deserved to be tossed out like a sack of trash?
Beleidigung, Drogen. Für die er es verdiente, wie ein Müllsack hinausgeworfen zu werden. Perfekt, Alter. Das wird immer perfekter.
Believe it or not, they were that bad.
You could have reported him to the guards.
Oh, I will. But it'll take some time for them to gather evidence. And he denied that I don't want anything else to happen during Fontaine Fashion Week. On top of that, if Oh, that reminds me. There is another...
What a shame. I believe you've already used up your favor quota for the day.
Have I? Well, it's a good thing I was planning on taking...
Don't you think you're maxed out on
I always pay you back in information, don't I? It's just like you said. You scratch...
Oh, Scheiße. Ah.
Can we play Banker next time?
Okay. Jetzt mal Real Talk. Da ist doch irgendwas. Ich gehe mal zurück. Da ist irgendwas. Okay, warte mal. Ach, scheiße, das hast du gar nicht da. Schatzkompass. ist eigentlich so. Ach, egal, komm. Egal.
We're back.
You were gone for an awfully long time. Oh, please tell me nothing.
There's nothing to worry about. All you need to know is that you'll never have to worry about someone in...
Sorry, Chiori.
What are you talking about? You didn't... The next time you need to leave with that sort of escort. I'm being serious.
Wait, you don't mean...
I've already spoken to the captain of the Special Patrol. As discussed, the patrol's going to take a small detour during their daily training tomorrow. As for Navia, I'll give her a heads up.
There's really no need...
Well, you certain... It'll also show those guys what'll happen to those who...
Well, if...
Well, with the bad guys out of the way and your goods safely delivered, everything...
I believe so. I'll try to churn it.
Paimon's gonna take a guess.
But of course, that's also...
But isn't your brand already really famous, Chiori?
Even so...
Well...
Then it's still not famous enough.
All of it?
Wait, what the...
Alternatively...
Well, if that's your dream, Chiori, then we should...
I'm sure I could think of something.
Oh,
Why don't you come to my shop tomorrow and...
Oh, so we...
Seeing them off the rack, well...
Sounds easy enough.
No need. We've already... If you like them, though. Then we have a deal.
Yep, sounds good. Wait. Kids' clothes? Paimon told you already, she's not a little...
Coming up. My husband promised to get me a replica of the most eye-catching outfit from the show.
Ah, man.
Fashion Week is coming up. My husband promised to get me a replica of the most eye-catching outfit from the show.
Ja.
You're here early. I haven't even opened...
Wait, has Kirara left?
Yep, with the Special Patrol. Right.
Did everything go all right on the...
I believe so. The patrol makes for quite... The way they marched forward with Kirara in the center, you'd think she was some sort of VIP. For the second leg, the Spina also came with a pretty large group, led by Navi. They took care to clear the path. I even heard that
Sounds like Navia.
My thoughts exact.
You know, now that you mention...
I suppose that's why we're such good friends. Navia has a certain resilience. That same spirit is the truth.
It's like finding the perfect...
Indeed. Custom...
Huh. And here...
Fashion is about...
Come on, let's get down to...
Indeed.
Set them up. How exactly?
Just carefully organize the ready-to-wear clothes.
Whoa, there sure is a...
Well then, I'll leave the displays to you.
So,
Nou,
we just need to put all the clothes with similar styles together, right?
Ich glaube, es muss sein.
Not bad. You might just have an eye for design. Anyway, let's move on to the real task at hand. Over here, stand still. I'll take your measurements first.
Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
Oh, good morning, Leanne. How have you been? Your gown will be ready next week, so there's no need to worry about missing the ball. Or did you come here today because you'd like to make a new request?
Oh, no. Nothing like that, Miss Chiori. To be honest, I can't... but you can keep the deposit, of course. I know you can't return any materials you've already used.
Don't worry about the materials. I'm more concerned about you. Did something happen? It's alright. I'm not trying to make things difficult for you. I'll take note of it.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Uh-oh.
Is it just Paimon, or was she acting a bit strange just now?
It's not a big deal. These things happen every once in a while.
Ich glaube, das ist der andere Typ, den sie verprügelt hat. Und er wird sie jetzt an sie rächen.
A family emergency, an important payday falling through, a lover's quarrel. Judging from the look on her face,
Well, guess this means you'll have more time to work on fashion.
That's true. Come.
Is Miss Chiori in?
I am. How can I help you?
I'd like to return this item.
Oh. Could I ask?
It's just, not to my liking. You said I could get a refund if I wasn't satisfied, so that's why I'm here.
Is there something about it that didn't meet your expectations? Are the sleeves too short, or...
No need. You don't have to concern yourself with that.
And I'd be happy to process that for you. If you could...
Is Chiori here? I'd like to return my outfit.
Another one?
Is there some sort of new calamity coming that I haven't heard about? Another flood? Or an apocalypse, maybe? What does the prophecy say this time? You'll be spared? Surely the entire
What kind of rags are you trying to sell us, huh? The way I see it, this shop is nothing more than a black market front run. Please calm down, sir.
What is he talking about?
Haven't you heard? Chioria Boutique has been exposed for having close ties with criminals.
And just who is it that dares to throw that
Well, you tell us. The fabrics you've got here, they're all sourced from...
I've been transparent about my materials from... If a little hearsay and baseless slander are enough to convince you, then by all means, go ahead and hand over your garments right now. Spare yourself from that flood of yours. Or have you not been convinced of that one?
You...
Elof!
Miss Chiori?
Go outside and help these customers with their return requests. There's no need to ask them why. We'll refund them at the and once you're done, put up the sign that says we're closed for the day.
Got it.
Okay, das ist...
Chiori.
They couldn't be more fabricated if you tried. No need to worry about them. I'm sure they'll go away on their own in a few... The real goal here is to dive...
If you say so, but...
The best way to respond...
Miss Chiori, bad news!
Oh, for the love of... Can a woman...
It's our accessories supplier. They just sent word that they'll no longer be able to supply us during Fashion Week.
What? No accessories? Not even the ones we...
Yes, that's what their messengers...
And what about the models we asked them to book for us?
I think they'll probably pull...
Even the suppliers believe those nasty...
Is the messenger still here?
No, they've already left.
So, no accessories means no brooches, no boots...
Not just that. It means no gems, ribbons, gold thread. Oh,
but if you take those away, does that mean you won't be able to...
Alof, you stay and watch the shop. I'll go talk to the supplier myself.
Yeah, and we can...
Thank you. In that case...
Sorry to keep you waiting.
You're back!
Diana.
And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you too!
What a pleasant surprise. I assume you'll...
Linny, Farina! Paimon did...
I'm more of a... Still, I'm sure it'll be fun.
Well, I'm not a member of the club at all. Clarion,
If you're interested.
I think I'll wait to see.
Do you participate in a lot of table...
You could say that.
Right. I knew about that.
Wow. Paimon's so used to seeing...
Surely you jest. I would never intentionally... I maintain a clear boundary between... But in my personal life, I'm just an ordinary...
Well, you say that, but for all the time I've known you, I don't think I've ever seen you cry.
I was...
Is that so?
So you...
No.
Natürlich.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Hello. Wait, are you a champion duelist too, Mr. Floor?
Oh, no. That sounds like a lot of... It's nothing. It's the least we can do to give the players an... Anyway, allow me to give you a brief... This script was adapted from the Oh, no problem at all. Their story can be traced back, but I'll leave the
And...
In that case...
Whoa, just one sentence.
Aha! I see many a determined gaze before me.
So, as we follow the story, it leads us to specific...
It's the exact... Please check all your belongings, everyone. And...
Sounds good. Hunter Squad?
So. Achso, fliegt auf der Kleidung. Ignis Programm des ersten Akts. Ich muss mal selbst mal gucken, wo hier was ist, ne? Figuren eines Beantworters. Aha. Oliver ist in der Mannet, okay. Ach, das ist das hier. Ah, okay. Das ist jetzt ein bisschen blöd. Okay, wait. Ignis Focus. Ach, das ist das hier. Wenn das Opfer des Ofens erlischt. Oh mein Gott, nein. Okay, Guys. Ich schätze mal, das machen wir im nächsten Part. Ich markiere mal das ganze Ding. Und dann sehen wir uns im nächsten Part wieder. Vielen Dank fürs Zusehen. Und eine schöne Nacht noch. Oh, bevor ich vergesse. Ich glaube, wir sollten... Warte mal, wir können mal gucken, was ich noch mal machen kann. Das haben wir auch schon durch. Achso, geil. Dieses Kartenspiel, ah ja, okay. Ist ja nichts Besonderes. Können wir vielleicht heute noch wenigstens noch ein paar... Ja doch, wir können noch ein paar Gebete machen. Am besten, wenn wir alles ins Blaue jetzt nicht mal reinklasche. Oder wie viel haben wir denn? Ja komm. Ja komm, scheißegal. Wurscht. Opferritual. alles normal wie. Oh! Das Opferschwert. Ach, schade. Mal sehen, was haben wir noch da? Was wollen wir machen? Leider nur Müll. Das ist schlecht. Na gut, okay. Wir machen es zum nächsten Mal weiter. Bis dann haut rein.